Hi. Oh, hi. Thanks, Deanne. Just bought one of my books. So I was contemplating putting my kimono on for you guys. I just pressed live and then I quickly ran out into the other room to get my hair tied. And I was like, ooh, maybe I should put my kimono on. My sister just gave me an amazing kimono for my birthday, which was yesterday. And I was like, I feel like she gave me this for live stream purposes. Maybe not, but I put it on and then I put these not just now, I wasn't gone for that long, earlier today when I unwrapped it. And I put these dangly gold earrings on with that. And my daughter goes, you look really pretty. You look like a servant. Can you get me a snack? That's what she said, my 6-year-old. I'm like, I don't think servant is actually necessarily an appropriate word, but also I don't think servants wear kimonos. Hey Ariel, hey Laura, hey Olivia, hey Jermaine, Natalia, Charlene. Where is she? Here she is! Without the kimono. I actually feel a little bit bad that I didn't wear the kimono. I feel like it's a little hot in my office. It's always a bit hot in here. It's like a sauna room. Hey Callie. Hey Ganj. How much did I make last month? Just like straight to the point. Well, we can do a quick calculation right now if you insist. I can tell you that I've downloaded my content, like my PayPal report for the last 3 or 4 days of the month, but I did not, in fact, do the math yet. I can tell you what I was up to as of the 26th of September because I haven't filled in the spreadsheet since then. I have to do the report. It doesn't take me that long. I like to do it myself. I could have other people do it. So let's have a look, guys. September. Maybe I'm a bit nervous, should I be honest? Always. Because I know that I was going to come in like pretty close to maybe hitting 400k, but I don't think I quite hit it. So I was a little bit like, I don't want to do the math just yet because I know that I didn't hit 400k, but what the fuck ever. I don't know what I'm doing to myself. So as of the 26th of September, I'll show you guys. Live reporting. There we go, $330,148.63. That was up till September 26th. So we got some catching up to do. I don't think I made 70 grand in the last 4 days of September, but maybe I did. I might have. I actually don't know. Cool. Happy birthday. Thanks, Lana. Hey, Julie. Hey, Belinda. Thank you for all those love heart explosions, Karen. Nice spreadsheet. All right. Karen, I haven't heard back from you, I just realized. All right, I better not get distracted into a personal conversation. But let's message about that. Let's talk about the daily hustle. This month's like 2 days in. I haven't done the tracking yet. All right, you guys are like hard asses. Fucking hell. I'll do my tracking, okay? No, not book sales. I only make about 1,000 a month or 1,500 a month from book sales. It's from my online programs. The books are not a core part of my income. I guess it's a lead generation tool, but I do actually, appreciate the book income in a way that's kind of different from other income because it's super meaningful to me. Because my writing is kind of my first and foremost thing. All right. I love those ha-ha faces. I'm not sure what they're entirely for, but I like them anyway. Okay, because you guys are kicking my ass. Like, how much money have you made so far? I don't know. Is it okay? Is it enough? I think I'm doing all right. I'll get onto my own tracking, taking my own advice. I will get that shit caught up with. Probably right now. In fact, no joke, I was about to do my money tracking and then I live streamed instead. So you can't have it both ways, people. You can either have the money tracking or I can be here with you. Which one would you prefer right now? I promise you I'll do the tracking afterwards and then I'll post it for you. That is still cool. I guess it's fine. 330 grand, it's okay. It's enough. I mean, really, it's not about what's enough, but it's nowhere near where my goals are. So whatever, onwards and upwards. I can see, because I have a spreadsheet that, I forgot it was October, right? That's why you're like, how much so far? We're only 2 days in, but you better be on the ball, Kat. That was so funny. Yeah, so I have like my number goal for September. How are we even talking about my income? That wasn't even the topic of this conversation. My income goal for September was 500K. So then on my spreadsheet I have where, as I put in the day's income each day, in theory, each day. It decreases the total remaining so that I can see how much I still like have to, you know, shoot for the rest of the month. So that's pretty cool because I've had 500 as the income goal for months now. And then I've always been like so, well, you know, pretty far away from it still, even when I was doing like 180 and then 220 and then 250 and then 264. I'm trying to think how the numbers went up. And so it was always like, wow, that's still a long, long way to 500. But now this month I've smashed way past 300. It will definitely be past 350. And I'm not sure exactly what the final number is. But it's pretty cool to see that it's like, and now I feel like, oh, 500 is super within reach. Whereas it wasn't that long ago that it felt so out of reach. So that's a cool feeling. Now this is a little embarrassing, but my water bottle is currently being used to prop up my phone. So I'm going to have to drink from my son's little sippy water bottle here because otherwise my phone will fall over. Tastes like plastic. Actually, it's probably been sitting in my office too long. That's disgusting. All right, so what I actually wanted to talk about was the daily hustle. So I'm launching a new online program tomorrow perhaps because I wrote most of the sales page today, and it's called the Daily Hustle. I have a ton of programs and I have membership programs as well. I have over 200 different online products and programs. So I have a lot of stuff. I love to create. So this is my newest creation, the Daily Hustle. Here, let's have a quick look. It's just a text file. It's not fancy anything to look at, but I'll show you what I was looking at. Okay, the Daily Hustle, 30 days of unapologetic ass kickery to get you pressing play. I feel like it should say, tell me if you guys think this is better. Feels better. It feels a little stale to me, so let's change it to this. All right, let's change it to, oh, that's me. Oh, the Daily Hustle, 30 days of unapologetic ass kickery to get you pressing the fuck play. I feel like that's better. And then there's a lot of text. There it is. The truth. That's what it's about. So what this is about, this is actually a super low cost investment program that I'm doing. I do a lot of stuff that's very high level where it's working intimately with me. And then I will randomly do stuff that's actually super low cost where it's just such an easy hell yes for everybody to jump on board. And I'm still in the Facebook group and everything. Obviously, it's different to working with me as a private client, right? But I really have a very broad variance in terms of what I offer. And I have a lot of low-end stuff. I have a lot of medium-range stuff. I have a lot of super high-level stuff as well. I'm across the whole spectrum. Not that that's really relevant to what I'm talking about, but just on a little side note, if anybody freaking tells you that you can't do high-end and low-end, send them my way. I will happily kick their ass for you because that's exactly how I've built my business. So I really swear by it. I really believe that when you deliver a lot of low-end content to your audience, like I deliver a crap load of free content, but I also have a lot of very accessible products that are like my cheapest offer is when you join my funnel. Actually, you want something for free? I'll give you the link. When you join my funnel, you get an offer that's only $27 on the first day. You actually get free shit before that even though. Let's give it to you. Because I just finished this. It's my Badass Millionaire Planner. Let me give it to you. I'll give you the link right now. It's totally free. It's my actual planner. And in fact, that it's actually relevant to this because this planner inspired this new online program, the Daily Hustle. Who else is hustling right now? I assume you're hustling if you're here. You're obviously on Facebook. Facebook's not for fun. I mean, it is fun. That was a silly thing to say because the hustle is fun. But it's not just for fucking around, is it? Facebook's for hustle. All right. This won't let me post the link. So if you want to get something for free from me to check out a little bit more about what I'm about, maybe you've been following my live streams, maybe you've been watching me online and you don't know how much freaking content there is for you. Go Mode Laura. Love it. Jameen says loving the planner. Cool. If you are new to the world of Kat, you are in for a wake-up call when you realize how much content there is for you. It's possible to scare you off. But anyway, this is the first step. I just put the link in for you, katloterzo.com/free millionaire planner. Badass Millionaire Weekly Planner. This is my actual personal weekly worksheet that I use to stay on top of all of the stuff, all of the stuff that runs this multiple seven-figure business, aka my life. My business is my life is my hustle. It's all the same thing. And then I even made you a video overview where I talk through it. We is live talking about the hustle and drinking wine. Let's just share this. Come join us. All right. Post on timeline. Okay, I even made you a little video overview of the planner to explain how it works. So it's really cool, guys. It's really, like, I feel like this, tell me what you guys think, those who follow me. But I feel like this is one of the best opt-ins I've given because it's literally just straight from my personal productivity, how I get shit done. But you also get to see exactly what I'm actually doing each day. And you can totally duplicate that shit if you want. And this planner is like one page that rules my life in the best possible way because discipline creates freedom. Remember that? Write it down, put it on a post-it on your head if need be. I just love knowing that I don't have to think about whether or not I'm on top of my shit because my planner keeps me on top of my shit. Actually, I don't even look at it most of the time because I'm so automated in the success habit, and I talk about that on the video and how to sort of get to that point. But that stuff is gold, right? If you just want to know what do I actually have to do to build my business to seven figures, multiple seven figures, but even to run it at that level, well, this tells you exactly what you would need to do. And of course you can pick and choose, but you get to see exactly what I do. Cool. Yes, loved it, says Lana. Awesome. Just on my daily something, says Sarah. Daily post. Okay, cool. So that's about the planner. And what I was saying relevant to that is when you opt in for the planner, then you get an offer that's $27, which is a new subscriber offer. And my point is, don't listen to freaking people who tell you not to give a lot of stuff away for free. Give all the stuff for free. Give your best stuff for free. Give it all away because, hell, you're a creator, baby. There is so much more inside of you. So really, like really, how fucking 2D limited would you have to be to tell the world or yourself that you can't give it away for free? Because it would kind of be like saying that there's a limit to what's in here. Here's a little secret. If you want more creativity, more ideas, more hustle flow to flow on out of you and to be able to make more impact, more income, and change the freaking world, give more away and more will flow from you. Actually, the more that you give, the more that you create, the more that you get in return. That's actually a principle of life and success, and it's absolutely what I live by. So I have no qualms in giving away anything that I feel called to give away for free. I could have sold the freaking planner for $97 with a video overview and maybe a little 3-part walkthrough or some bullshit, whatever. I could have totally sold it. It would have been worth it. Okay, Deb, they might have gone to spam if that happened because that should not happen, obviously. So check your spam. It could have been that it went to your spam folder, and if not, email support@katloterzo.com and we'll get it sorted out. But that sort of thing is usually a spam or a junk issue, so sometimes the email filtering does that. All right. Anyway, the point is I could have sold it. Any of the free stuff I give away I could sell, including even a lot of my live streams, maybe not so much a rambly one like this, but a lot of ones I do that are of value to sell. My low paid content I could charge more for, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. I'm not trying to make a point like I'm so awesome. My point is you have so much content inside of you, so just give it, share it with the world, and trust and know that more will come. How am I even talking about this? Because what I wanted to talk about was the daily hustle, right? So on the planner, on the free planner, cool. Awesome, Olivia. On the free planner, you get to see exactly what my daily hustle is. And I also talk, I think I talk a little bit on the video about empire building. So I have 2 things that I focus on in my business each day, 2 kind of big areas. I actually have like 200 things that I focus on each day in my business, but they fall into one of 2 categories. Number 1, okay, message support, Deb. I'm sorry to hear that. We'll get it sorted out though. In the morning, Australian time when Mandy's online. Okay, I have to move the water now. Okay, 2 key things. So number 1, the daily hustle, which I talked through on the planner. And number 2 is empire building, which is actually incorporated onto the planner. Anyway, but essentially the daily hustle, those are the daily activities that I feel need doing daily, right? In order to keep growing my business. And they're a combination of things that bring me to life and make my heart and soul sing, as well as administrative things or team related things or whatever else it might be, right? And then empire building stuff is not so much about what needs to be done right here, right now for today. Like this right here is daily hustle. I'm live streaming, right? Or if I do a blog or a video, or even like I just did a 1.5 hour call for my Rich Shit coaching certification, that's part of the daily hustle because that's daily content, right? Empire building is more so like, let's say earlier today when I had a phone call with my chief finance officer, relevant to a bunch of finance stuff in my business, relevant also to some of my property investments, which he oversees. And then I had a call with my marketing guy about my funnels. That's all empire building. My new website's coming out in like 2 weeks. It is going to blow the internet up. Badass, Bear Kim K butt style, but in a better way, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that website is like, here's the thing though, fuck the pretty website, right? I've made multiple millions of dollars online with a DIY hack job website. So I am super excited that I've got a new website coming out at super high level. Like it's a complete rebrand that comes out sometime in October this month, actually. Ooh, I'm definitely pumped about that, but I'm very passionate about fuck the pretty website because I think that everybody focuses on that first when they definitely shouldn't. I'm living proof of that, obviously, right? It's a trap. It's a trap, people. Do not focus on how your shit looks before you just get content out there. I'm not saying that's what you're saying, Laura, but I'm just like passionate about that topic. So, empire building, indeed. Worrying about my website would be empire building. Definitely cool, definitely relevant, not daily hustle related though. Actually, my point with this little story ramble is, if you want to have a super successful business, you do need to worry about the big picture stuff, such as funnels, such as how your website looks or your overall brand online, such as visioning stuff, maybe big picture finance stuff. You've got to obviously have your eye on the ball with that, but you've also got to be doing your daily hustle. And if you don't do the daily hustle, then that's kind of like, that's actually how you're growing your audience and making your money and selling and building. And it's also typically the daily hustle is what makes you happy and brings you to life, and it's based on your truth and your core message. So it's pretty freaking important for that purpose, right? Because otherwise you'll go batshit crazy and leave the internet and potentially the world, because that's actually what happens with entrepreneurs who don't live in alignment. So it's very important, okay? And I don't say that lightheartedly. I say it with absolute seriousness. You have to be doing the work that you were called to do in the world, or everything will go crazy, right? So how do you do all of that? How do you take care of the daily hustle and so much content / messaging, social media, communicating with your clients, worrying about potential new clients, staying on top of your team if you have one, doing shit that your team would do if you don't yet have one, right? How do you stay on top of all of that, but also be on top of building your freaking empire and putting visions into place and putting funnels into place and putting plans into place? There's a fuckload of stuff that needs to be done as an entrepreneur. And I think that when we start out in business, we're doing all of it, right? We're trying to do all of it. And we're really gung-ho and we're like, first we're here and then we're here and then we're here and then we're over here. No wonder we're freaking living on coffee all day until it's time for wine, right? But then at some point we start to outsource, and then it's like, okay, that's awesome. And now fuck, I have to worry about what they're doing, and then I have to check in on them. And then it's like a whole nother responsibility. And then things start to grow and they start to take off and you start making money, and that's awesome. And then it's like, oh my God, there's all this other stuff to do because now I sold some shit. Now I have to deliver it. Now I have to keep up with those clients. And so my point is, it never stops expanding. Now we can get really freaking smart about it as far as delegation, having the right people in place, having the right team in place. Actually, I'm at the point in my business where if I don't want to do something, I absolutely categorically will not do it. I will just hire somebody else to do that, right? But the reason that I got here was I really learned in the earlier stages. Oh, that was very deliberate, Bronwyn. I very much poised it there. Witch's Falls Prophecy from Tambourine Mountain, just up 40 minutes from here. Actually, an excellent glass of wine, if I do say so. I don't know why I said if I do say so. It's not like I made it, right? But it is an excellent glass of wine. Here's one I prepared earlier. Okay. What was I saying about organization? I'm at the point where I can absolutely outsource all of that stuff that I don't want to do, anything I don't want to do, or anything that I'm noticing I'm too slow at. Maybe I want to do it, but I'm just not that good at it, right? And that's really cool. But I got there because I learned to hustle, and I learned to be fucking disciplined, and I learned to do the work whether or not I feel like it, whether or not know how, whether or not I'm motivated, whether or not the freaking stars are aligned, whether or not Mercury's in retrograde. Fuck you, Mercury. I will do the work regardless, right? I really I'm very proud of the discipline that I have in my business and life, because it is something that creates massive freedom for me. And so I'm very passionate about sharing just discipline and principles that relate to discipline with you and with everybody in my audience. And I'm also very, very passionate about sharing the specific things that go into that, because it's all very well to have discipline or to believe in discipline, but what is the discipline that you're actually disciplining yourself on? What are you actually doing? Do you know what the moving needle items are, the items that move the needle? Or are you just like, okay, I'm focused and I'm going to hustle and I'm disciplined and I'll do the work, but can somebody tell me what the work is, right? Now, I think that we all know that selling, for example, is a daily hustle activity. Messaging is a daily hustle activity. But even as I say that, I feel like, do people actually know that? And are they really doing it? Because when I look around, I'm seeing a ton of people doing a ton of stuff that's not necessarily daily hustle of the version of sales activity and messaging. So I'm not entirely sure what people are busying themselves with. But if it's a lot of research, a lot of planning, a lot of preparing, a lot of worrying about how a freaking funnel is going to look, and you're not showing up with the day-to-day hustle, you're not building a business. You're just not. You might be preparing to build a business, but you can actually do that very effectively your whole entire life if you're not careful. So here's what I've found. You need to be doing the daily hustle right now, today, regardless of whether or not you're ready for it or have any of the potential steps in place that you think you need to have in order to bring it to life. It does need to be a right here, right now, today thing. And I mean you and you and you, like every single person here. It doesn't matter what you're going to tell to me about why you're the exception. You're not the fucking exception, unless you would like to be the exception in the sense of everybody else here makes money and you don't. All right, so let's just be really clear about that. You have to be doing it now. If you're not messaging and communicating on social media multiple times per day, and if you're not selling kind of all day, every day, then it's not happening, honey. It's just not going to happen. All of the other stuff, all of it is secondary. All of it, okay? And the problem is that most people are doing the 98% of stuff that is secondary and not doing essentially the 2 or 3 key items that are going to move the needle and get them results. So what I've done actually with my free planner, which is my actual fucking thing of how I live my day, right? I've just itemized what needs to get done each day, and I've put at least quite a good chunk of it, as I explained on the video, the free video, in order of priority. And so that you see, okay, if you can't do everything, then you just at least have to do like item number 1, item number 2, etc., right? Yes, so common. Sarah says, I've been so guilty of focusing on the other stuff, not the daily hustle that will move me forward because I've been afraid to be seen. Oh, it's such an easy trap to fall into. Yeah, reach the point last week where I no longer give a fuck. Perfect. Because actually you do give a fuck about your own message and the truth that's inside of you. That's the thing. That's what not giving a fuck actually means, right? When we go, I don't give a fuck about what people think, or I don't give a fuck about whatever. Actually, we give a really big fucking fuck. We just give a really big fuck about what's inside of here. And finally, that fuck outweighs all the other fucks. It's a lot of fucks, I know, but somebody had to say it, and it's true, right? So I wanted to share my process with you because it helps me tremendously. And that planner, I've been using a version of that planner for over a decade. In fact, even back in my days as a personal trainer, and it's just whenever I've religiously used it, it's made a huge difference. And then I've had times where I've gone into resistance and not used it, and then my life is just not as smooth and easy and fun. So I love that freaking planner. I will live and die by that planner, and in fact I do, even though I don't look at it most of the day. That's the cool thing. But then I thought, okay, I can give you guys my planner and give you my video walkthrough and teach you how to use it. And there's nothing that I didn't put on there. I literally even showed you like my actual personal tasks as examples, right? However, I could also work with you to kick your ass to do the fucking work and do the daily hustle. And so I decided, I downloaded, do you know what I did? Oh, I don't think I can show you because I already edited off last week's version of the planner. I think it's even on the free download, the one that you'll download, the free one, which is now updated on my screen because it's now a new week because I made that one last week. No, you get the actual worksheet and you get the video. So the link is it's on the comments here, katloterzo.com/free millionaire planner, I think, but it's on the comments. So you're going to get the worksheet so that you can use and edit it, and then you get the video overview as well. But I think if you look on the column of like this week's projects on the planner, that it says download new offer, which is basically me setting the intention that I'll come up with a cool idea for a new offer. And so clearly I did, because I told myself to download a new offer idea, and I did. And I had the idea yesterday in the shower, and the idea was the daily hustle. 30 days of unapologetic ass kickery to get you pressing the fuck play. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you because I'll put the sales page out tomorrow, but I wanted to see what you think, and just, you know, get a little insight. Do you think this is cool? Would you be interested in knowing about this? If obviously when you read through it, it feels like a hell yes for you, but are you interested at all is what I'm asking, in doing 30 days with me, where we come together in a group, where we'll have some live content go throughout that group, and we'll have absolute unapologetic ass kickery and accountability to get you pressing the fuck play. So essentially what we do, and this is going to be a low investment offer because it's one that I really feel everybody in the whole freaking community should be doing, right? But essentially what we'll be doing is putting a massive focus on productivity throughout that 30 days and working through the daily hustle each day as a team, but I'll be helping you to identify your daily hustle. So obviously I'll be going into more detail around my daily hustle, what works for me, what are the key activities that I do each day that keep me super productive, that make me my money, that also at the same time build my empire. So we're looking at the daily hustle and we're looking at empire growth, and I'll be showing my exact activities and helping you to then basically work out what your version would be and what you need to prioritize in your business. Cool. Yeah, keep letting me know. I always, I always know when I think that I'm on the right track, but I want to know for sure if I am on the right track, basically. Because sometimes I feel like productivity is a little boring. Do people really want productivity from me? And then I think, but you know what? Like, if you don't get your shit done, then you're not getting your shit done and you're not going to get your actual shit, aka your results. So maybe productivity is the most important thing of all, right? Actually, I did a discipline thing a while back and I thought, who wants to hear me talk about discipline? And it was super fucking popular, right? So I guess this is along the same lines. So what we'd really be looking at doing is supercharging your productivity routine. And the cool thing is, obviously, if you know me and you follow me, I'm all about having epic amounts of fun, freedom, choice, spontaneity, and living in flow. So this is not me saying, here's how to structure like every freaking minute of your day so that you're always like on the computer or something. I talk about hustling 24/7, grind 24/7, working all the time. My life is my work. Do you know what I mean by that? I mean that I just let my life be my work and my hustle. So even today, for example, I was in my kimono, the kimono that I mentioned earlier, because I just unwrapped it because it came in the post from my sister. So I unwrapped it at lunch and then I was like, ooh, so I put it on in the middle of the day on top of my gym gear and I had my Nikes on, but I had this amazing silk kimono, and then lay down on the couch with my son, my 3-year-old, and we were just chilling out, but I was actually reading a book on my Kindle, and the book title is Around Hustle. Can't tell you the exact title because I'm using the phone now for the live stream, but it's a book by Neil Patel. I think it's a new release. It has 2 other authors, and Hustle is in the title. Anyway, you'll find it. It's very good so far. I just started. So then I was just kicking back and I was reading, and then I put a Snapchat on and I said, sometimes this is what hustle looks like. And that's what I really want people to understand. I talk about hustling all the time, like constantly pressing the fuck play. Actually, what I mean is living my life. The hustle is my life. So sometimes that's this, sometimes it's computer, sometimes it's whatever other stuff that's obviously on the freaking planner and in the daily hustle program, right? But sometimes it's gym, or it's going out, oh my God, for the most epic girls night ever on Friday night, just gone for my birthday, or spending the day yesterday for my birthday. Hey, I get the whole month of October. October is mine. It's my birthday month, and Regan's and whoever else is in October. We own October. So yesterday, beach and bowling and breakfast out and then dinner out, and that to me is part of the hustle as well, because the hustle just means I'm living my life in alignment and I'm operating from flow. And so I'm in flow doing this, I'm in flow writing the freaking sales page for the daily hustle program, I'm in flow if I'm on the beach. I try to always just be in flow, whether it's work or life. I prefer not to actually differentiate. I hate that work is a dirty word. To me, my life is my work and vice versa, and I just don't separate. Point being, I want to show you how to create the ultimate daily hustle for you, which absolutely does incorporate your business activities, right? And the specific things that are going to move the needle for you and help you to make money and make a hell of an impact and have an epic fun time whilst building the motherfucking badass business empire of your dreams, but also to allow you the freedom to do whatever the fuck it is that you would like to do all day. So if you want to spend all day writing furiously online or live streaming or whatever, cool. And then the next day you want to lay in bed and eat fucking donuts, if that's your thing, so be it, right? Really what I want is to impart to you, this is what works. If you do these things, you're going to move the fucking needle. Now, you still have to do them, right? And you got to bring it from an authenticity and alignment point of view. You can't just like show up in robot mode and go, well, I did this, I did this, I did this. You got to let that truth out. Actually, we talk a lot about that. I always talk a lot about that in my program. So that'll hugely be part of the daily hustle. I have zero interest in just giving you some kind of checklist of shit if you don't understand the core that it has to come from. But I very much do want to do something around productivity. And so this is what I'm thinking to do. And I want to know, would you like to do it with me? Would you like to do the daily hustle with me? 30 days of unapologetic ask cookery to get you pressing the fuck play. So what we would be doing, and I would probably roll this out to start it, what do you guys think? Later this week, maybe? We don't have to start things on Monday, you know. I'm telling that to myself more so than you. I'll think about it, but I guess it would be within the next week. And really, we would be just getting into the work and getting into the hustle every day. But I'll be helping you to map out exactly what you need to be doing and giving you daily guidance, accountability, live content, and obviously me kicking your ass to get it done. So I think that this would be a really cool time to set some big, powerful goals for yourself as to what you want to achieve, where you're resisting, look specifically at the areas where you are holding yourself back and not going all in, and then level that shit up. So that was pretty much what I actually came on here to say. Tell me what you think. Do you like it? Do you love it? What would you specifically want to get out of it? What would be your intention? What would be your number one thing that you'd want to just, oh, phone falling, that you'd want to just nail down? Ooh, that was my boxer shorts. I'm in my pajamas. They're new ones as well. My mum sent them to me. Apparently my whole family's just dressing me in fancy pajamas for my birthday. Laura, I don't separate. My business serves us all in living the life we love. I love taking it with us. It's part of the family like a dog. Cool. That's cool. All right. So what would your intention be if you were to do the daily hustle? What would be the number one thing that you would want to get out of it? I'm so self-conscious now. I'm like, is my crotch hanging out basically is what I'm worrying about because the phone just flashed down there, but it's not. I'm under control. Heather says, I think it's a great idea. I love the idea of just living, doing what I love. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's supposed to be about. I know I hype up a lot and I get all ranty and loud and I curse or whatever, I get aggressive, but actually what I really care about is just seeing people press play on the life that they want and being in alignment and being on purpose. So, ooh, I love that. I love that. Attracting aligned clients. Yes, perfect, Jillian. I think that would be cool, actually. I think that's the first thing we will do in the daily hustle is set a very specific, like, number one priority intention. Because, yeah, for a start, because there'd be a ton of stuff that is covered. I mean, that's what's cool about it is that, for me, the daily hustle just means that I know that everything's getting covered in my business. And therefore, I'm literally like, I sit here and I'm like, sweet, like if like how I feel every day, like even right now before I jumped on this, is like I can go to bed anytime I want, day or night basically, or I can go lay on the beach. I can do whatever I want. My whole business is being taken care of because that's there, and that is just like so automated for me to do my part of it each day, and then for my team to do what part they have to do. But I was doing it all before I had a team, and that's what's got me to this place of freedom, right? And the thing is, whether it takes me some days like an hour to get through my daily hustle, or other times it might take me 8 or 10 hours, depending if I'm doing a lot of content, either way, I just feel complete sense of reassurance and ease because I know that I don't have to get anxious or worry about, am I doing enough? Am I on top of things? Did I do something to grow my business? I'm like, yeah, I do my daily hustle. So I'm always growing and I'm always moving forward, because actually part of the daily hustle is around intention setting, mindset, all of the inner work, taking care of yourself. It's not like a fucking checklist, right? It's actually a guiding light to my whole life. Cool. Need to get people to say yes. Tell them to say yes. That's definitely part of it. I mean, we would look at all of the intricacies of all of this stuff, right? So I'm not just going to say to you, hey, go and sell, sell, sell. What I'm planning with the daily hustle is that as we go through each of the different key activities that you need doing each day in your hustle, that we look at, well, how do you make this work for you? So that's where the live content and the daily guidance from me actually comes into it, because can we start this week? Maybe we should start on the weekend. That'll mix it up for people, won't it? Because you can actually already see the whole freaking list of what the hustle is on the free planner, right? But the point of doing the program is to have the accountability and to work with me on it, but it's also so that I can guide you to create your own version, and so that as we go through all of those different items, I can basically teach you how to make this work for you. What are the key understandings that you need to have? How do you embody this in such a way that it comes from alignment for you, and so that you get the results you want? So really it's if you look at all of the individual things that are on the hustle, the daily hustle, it's kind of like a comprehensive program around all of that stuff. So it's going to be a super high energy 30 days. I'm getting really excited about it. Do you know, I'm selfishly excited about it because I know that it's going to up level my hustle, because I'll be like having to essentially present to you guys what I'm doing each day. So I'm like, ooh, bring it on. It's like more accountability for me, whilst I always also get to hold you guys accountable. I mean, you guys are clearly already holding me accountable, because everybody was demanding my income and how much money I've already made at the start of the month. Although kind of by mistake, I know, Laura, but it was funny. You really put me on the spot there. I was like, shit, I don't know. All right, cool. I think that's all. I think that's everything. I actually would not be practicing what I preach if I don't jump off this live stream at some point in order to complete my own daily hustle for today, which is mostly done because it's like 9 p.m. But there's a few things here. I'm looking at my hustle. Ooh, okay. Did I do a daily live stream? I appear to be doing one right now. Let's check it off the list. There's a live example of how the daily hustle works. Did I help my daughter in her business today? That's now on my daily hustle sheet. That was not on the one I sent out last week. I added in yesterday as a bonus thing. I did help her. Did I do a personal task today? I did go and purchase myself a mini iPad for my birthday. Not that I don't already have every possible fucking Apple product known to man, but there's multiple iPads in this house and nobody ever lets me have one. So I went and bought myself a mini iPad today as my birthday gift for myself, because I'm sick of reading my Kindle books on this phone in bed. So I'm going to put that down as a personal task for today. Did I do paid content today? Well, indeed I did. Thank you, Daily Planner, because I just did a 1.5 hour call for my Rich Chick coaching certification. So let's cross this off. So basically I'm just finishing off the whole freaking hustle right now while we're on the phone. On the live stream. Did I listen and learn today? I did listen to learn because while I drove to the Apple Store and home again, I listened and learned in the car. So we can cross that off. I'm smashing this freaking daily planner. This is what I love about it, because I sit here at the end of the day like now. Ooh, did I shout out? Okay, shout out. All right, you have to wait and see for that. Sell on all platforms. Not sure if I sold it on Instagram today. I'll go check that. Probably. My team do that for me. What I love about it is that I really have automated a lot of the process of the daily planner, meaning it's like ingrained into who I am. I've created an automated habit around all of this stuff. So this is like what I'm doing right now. I'm mucking around for you guys, obviously. I'm having a bit of fun with it. But that's how I do it every day. Like, I don't look at the planner all day long. I'll get to certain points throughout the day, like during the day, and then now at the end of the day. And then I'll look at it. I'm like, oh, I did that. I did that. I did that. I feel amazing. I'm on top of my stuff. What did I listen to? My mentor. I listened to some audios that he sent me to listen to before I go see him in Austin, Texas next month. And that was around essentially getting out of your own way as a high-level entrepreneur and letting your business be your business. So similar stuff to what I teach, but in a different way, as a whole different way of doing it. It's very cool stuff. His name is Alex Shafran. I can never remember if it's Shafran or Shafran. He's a very high-level entrepreneur, and he helps very high-level entrepreneurs, such as myself. So I've not yet begun my work with Alex, though. I'm going to see him in Austin, Texas in a couple of weeks. Alex Shafran. Sorry, Alex, I think I said your name wrong. So Alex is extraordinarily highly recommended to me by a number of my multiple seven-figure / high-level friends. And essentially, I went to a couple of key people and I said, I need a proper, like, serious fucking high-level business mentor. Who should I go to? And multiple people recommended Alex. So there we have it, people. So I'm enjoying listening to his trainings in the car at the moment. Naomi says, I've inspired you to help your 14-year-old daughter start her own business too. That's awesome. My daughter's business is super slow moving at the moment, which is largely my fault. Although I did check in on her today on how many videos she's made for her channel, and she's up to only 7 when she did promise me 14. But I'm trying not to be like a tiger mother about it. Cool, San Antonio. Love it. All right. I could stay here and hustle with you guys. That would be fun. I'm not going to lie. Check team tasks. I got to do that though. I got a couple of things I have to actually do. Oh, did I do that? Did I do something today for my fame? It says daily fame action times 1. 1 daily fame action. I'm trying to remember, have I done anything today to get more famous? Have I? I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that, and maybe I'll have to do something for fame purposes right after this live stream. So I've said what I needed to say. I'm going to go. I would like to still know what your intention is. If you like the idea of the daily hustle, tell me if you like it. Because if you comment on the live stream, then tomorrow when I actually go live with it, I'll come back and put a comment here, and then you'll get the notification. So if you do want to know about it, put the hell yes here, and you'll just automatically receive a notification that you can go and check it out. And then if you already know that it's speaking to you and you want to get your ass kicked and into super high level productivity, then why don't you go ahead and set an intention already for what you are going to bring to life over the coming month or so, and perhaps we can even do it together. All right, so thank you so much for being on the live stream. Thank you for hustling with me in the evening. I'm going to return to my hustle and my planner and get my shit done, and that's about it. So have an amazing rest of the day wherever you are in the world. Don't forget, life is now. Press play. And if you did not, in fact, get the free planner, go to katloterzo.com. Here it is. Millionaire Planner, the Badass Millionaire Weekly Planner for free. Execute your daily and weekly hustle like a multi-7-figure earner. I have created so much free content over the years online. I really feel excited about this because I feel like it's probably just to the point, helpful pieces of free content that I've put out there. Love to know what you think. If you're using the planner, please let me know, and make sure you share it with people if you think that it would be helpful for them as well. That's it. Keep pressing play.